So Mike, you're head of business development for Yelp. We're in Where2.0 conference. So you were telling me something interesting because we want to know how it's going, in France. So can you please explain to me what's going on?
Yeah, so over at Yelp, we're very excited about the French market. We've hired community managers there. We actually have people on the ground, and we now have a burgeoning, exciting community of dedicated Yelp users that are writing reviews quite a bit. And the most interesting piece of this that I thought you would find interesting, Phil, and your audience, is that we plot the progress of contributions and reviews, because now we have a total of 17 million reviews, and they're growing exponentially like this. So we plot them all on a graph, and we started with San Francisco, New York, and American cities, and we've seen now several years later what they've done, and they continue to kind of grow exponentially. But the most interesting thing about France is that we also plotted our French cities on that same graph, and we noticed that they fit the exact same line. And it's one of the most predictable business patterns that we've ever seen in our management careers for our whole management team, where every single city that we plan all through Europe has done the same or better than San Francisco. And we can almost kind of tell you that we know as we sit back, not only is France doing well now, but in a couple of years it's going to look exactly like the San Francisco Yelp does. And I think it really all comes back to community. It's because of the strong, heavy investment we made in hiring French-speaking people in France on the ground to manage the community, and then activating this organic community that's swelled up of our Yelp elites who go out and write reviews, go to local businesses, and really get excited about Yelp, and really are proud to kind of wear our name. So we're pretty excited about the future of Yelp in France.
So that means that, okay, it's for you, it's a new language. I don't know if you launched Yelp in Spanish somewhere, or it was one of your first localization. So what you mean is the organic growth of Yelp based on the product, whatever it is, it's the same growth, and even if the competition is locally, there's some actors, doesn't matter, you see the same growth. So
yeah, I mean, when we started in the United States, there were other kind of local directory and local information businesses that had millions of users and maybe up to 1 million or so reviews. And at the time we were tiny and very small, and now we're up to 50 million users overall, growing exponentially, and 17 million reviews. And we see this exact same pattern happening in Europe, where even when we start out smaller than incumbents, we hit this trajectory that we can predict. We're in 55 cities now around the world, and all 55 just on this same exact graph. Part of it is we know, we have an instruction manual, and we know exactly what's happening week by week in these communities, and we're watching closely. And it's really an amazing thing to watch.
So you achieved a few things in the US, so I can assume you know how to develop this. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.